Welcome to San Diego's most popular local morning news. Good morning, San Diego.
It is a new chair that helps people with vertigo. And this morning, Lene Lewis is at Alvarado Hospital with a preview of this chair that helps people balance their lives.
Good morning, Dan and Sandra. Did you know that one of the top 10 reasons that people go to the hospital, to the emergency room, is because of vertigo? And a lot of people don't know that there is actually a cure for it. Take a look at this crazy machine over here. This actually is curing people of vertigo. And here to explain it to us this morning is Dr. O'Leary and Dr. Purcell. First of all, Dr. O'Leary, tell us, what is vertigo?
Sure. Vertigo is a complete loss of balance. The world spins as if you've had your worst night with alcohol or your first experience with it. But this comes on randomly anytime.
It can happen to anybody at any time. And you guys, actually, you take a look at the inner ear area, right? Explain to us how you figure out if somebody has vertigo and what can you do to fix it.
Here's the beauty. There are goggles that we use that actually can diagnose vertigo. We put these goggles on their face and the eyes move in a particular way. 50% of all the patients who have vertigo have these little crystals that are loose in their inner ear.
Let's show our viewers, too. Mike, over here on the computer, you can see the goggles over someone's eyes here. And tell us, what are you looking for in the eye?
Well, that's really a principle. First you diagnose, then you treat. This is absolutely diagnostic. If the eye moves in a particular method that we can see, we know what they have. It's the loose crystals, and then we know how to treat it. And the beauty of this is that it's curable.
And we're talking about loose crystals inside your ear that are basically in the wrong place, right?
Exactly. They become loose over time. Head trauma can do this. Even a virus can loosen these crystals. But once they're there until you get them out of the space. And John Epley figured out a way to get them out 30 years ago.
Well, that's amazing, because I understand that vertigo can be really scary, and people don't know what to do.
Absolutely. You know, it's your first sense. All the five senses come after you know where the world is and where you are in it. And when you don't, everything else shuts down. So it's a horrible feeling.
Okay, so tell us how this chair works. We see this patient in the chair, and she's obviously being rotated around. What's actually happening to her while she's in there?
The gravity that's making her spin originally is actually delivering these crystals to a place where there are no nerve endings. Mm-hmm. John Epley figured this out 30 years ago. Ian is, Dr. Purcell is my cohort here and a neurologist, and together we know how to position these based on the 6 canals that do our balance.
And Dr. Purcell, tell us, what is your role in all of this? You look at the brain. You understand what's happening with the brain and in terms of relating to vertigo.
Yeah, there's a lot of other things that can cause vertigo besides just loose crystals in the inner ear. That can include medications, what we call iatrogenic causes, or the doctor did it to me. Cardiogenic or cardiovascular problems with the heart or blood supply getting to the brain. Migraine headache is a very, very common cause of episodic vertigo. And so between Dr. O'Leary and myself, what we do is we take a look at the patient from both ends, from both the surgical and neurology aspect, and sort out what the problem is with regards to the patient's vertigo.
Okay, and you take a look at their brain and make sure that it's not anything else other than a stroke or anything, that it really is truly the crystals that are bothering.
That's exactly right. That's what we do here.
Well, it's very exciting and very good news, Dan and Sandra, for folks who have vertigo, because as we were talking about, it can be very scary. But the good news is that there is a cure. There's information out there that can help you get over it. And we're here this morning right next to the machine. It's pretty awesome, pretty amazing. Back to you guys.
It really is.
Wow, thanks, Lene. I cannot imagine a worse feeling than vertigo.
Vertigo.
I hope that never happens to me.
It's brutal.
It's good to know there's help, though.